Ready for football now from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome, head coach Mike McCarthy, and your defending AFC North Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen ready for some preseason football. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Geno Smith leads out the Jets. He's back with the team that drafted him in 2013. This now his 14th season in the league.
Yeah, but Mike, remember, it wasn't too long ago. You look back to just a few seasons ago when Geno was the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. There was a lot of really good quarterback play, and that was a big reason why the Raiders made the trade for him to be their starter a season ago. Now, a lot of reasons why that didn't work out, some roster issues, some youth on the offensive side of the ball. He gets a fresh start now in New York, and the question is, can he come back to the place where it all started and find new life?
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Geno. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And it looked like one of the Jets was able to get in there and secure it. And they did, so they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
So on 4th down, out comes Austin McNamara to punt for New York. As he'll be standing just inside the... Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
So now, following the safety to open the scoring, it's 2-0, and here's the free kick from the 20. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. He keeps rolling. Aaron Rodgers leading the Steelers out. Hard to believe, Greg, it's year 22, his 2nd in Pittsburgh, and teaming up again with his former head coach, Mike McCarthy.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the pass. he is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The tackle made by the second-round pick. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third, they need 8. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. A throw on the move is caught. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Drive rolls on here with first down and 10. Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Still second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 5. Now Dowdle. This one over before it started. Hit behind the line. It's going to be a loss of a couple. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third down, and they need 7. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Zone infraction, defense. Still third down.
Penalty yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face 3rd and 2. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Motioning Tunyon, the tight end. On the ground, it's Dowdle. The defense all over that one. He'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Second down, Rodgers. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield.
Offside.
Now, let's check on the flag.
Still third down.
The penalty yardage certainly helps. Now it's third down, and they need 5. Play fake to Dowdle. And now over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Cooper going in motion. On the fake to Hall, here's Gino. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
Nice run there by Hall, and I think all of us, Mike, we're still waiting for him to take that next step. He had his first 1,000-yard rushing season last year, but it still feels like there's some more potential in there that just hasn't quite been unlocked.
Play action now. It's Gino. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page, and results in a drop.
And that is incomplete, but a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late?
Yeah, and I actually think it's a really good call. I mean, these officials, they don't want things to get out of hand, and they are always going to err, Mike, on the side of protecting the quarterback. And, you know, early flags are going to prevent future ones, and this time they get them for the late hit on the quarterback and puts this defense in a tough spot.
On the give, it's Hall.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
At the 48-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Gino. And the throw on 3rd down going to be incomplete.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
Here's Austin McNamara now. And remember, his first was blocked. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. And, Greg, it's the time of year where those veterans know they're going to make the team. They're going to be on the roster for the opener. So when you went through that phase of your career, how did you approach the preseason?
Yeah, certainly different when I was a rookie or really early in my career than I was towards the back end. There's no question. And I think as I got older in the league and a little bit more established, my priorities of what I wanted out of those games, Mike, I think might have changed a little bit, right? I wanted to feel what it was like to get tackled. I wanted to feel what it was like just getting in and out of the huddle, keeping up with the play clock, getting into the operation of the game. It wasn't necessarily about how many catches or trying to make the roster, but it was the next step, preparing myself for the inevitability of a week one playing the full game in a full live environment. So this was the next step. You got practice to get your body right. Then you have a couple preseason reps to kind of take that next step, all leading up to being healthy and ready to go come week one of the regular season.
And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27, a pickup of 7. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. The defensive pressure was stifling, forced him to throw it away, and it brings up 4th down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On 4th down, here's Cameron Johnston, the punt for Pittsburgh. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Here's Gino. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And he's going to be yanked down awkwardly there. Here comes the flag, almost certain to be a face mask.
Automatic 1st down.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
That's out quickly to Mitchell. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike. Sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This a 31-yard attempt. York's kick is good. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive and then a punt the last time they had it. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Rodgers now. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
That's good.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jamie and Sherwood there to meet him.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have. And fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be from 47 yards. And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw. Smith. He'll step up and run this. Perhaps he waited a little too long before committing to that run. He's going to wind up gaining only a yard.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Gino to throw. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
They had the punt block earlier, but this one's away. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. In motion comes Pittman. First down for Aaron. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. And after the play, that's Aaron Rodgers who is having some sort of issue down there. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Throwing, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Incomplete.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Smith. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And a mark him down up beyond the 30.
About 15 yards.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Now a give on the ground. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. That's David Onyemata in there for the tackle.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop them. That'll be no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A-Rod out of the gun here on third down. This one complete to Washington. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's off to punt for Pittsburgh. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They try the zone read. It's Smith on the keeper. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Second and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Klubnik. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
Oh, the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That is fielded. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try the right side with Hall.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets are going to extend their first quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 4. On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
First grab for Metcalf. Good for the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. From the interior, Harrison Phillips there for the tackle.
It's second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down.
Still second down.
From the 46, here's second and 3. Rodgers. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Metcalf, the motion man. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And his receivers blanketed. He'll just throw this one away, and it brings up fourth down.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it, where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. He's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The veteran, Landon Roberts. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the gun, it's Gino. The second down throw is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drive for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack. That should be the final play of this first quarter.
And it's 3 and out.
So after one, the Jets have the advantage. And we're back to the Steel City after this. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play fake to Dowdle. And now Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. In trouble, and down he goes. And after the play, that's Aaron Rodgers who is having some sort of issue down there. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw is Rudolph. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Well, it's one of those plays, Mike. You just don't get a lot of opportunities as a defensive back to rush the quarterback, so you get a free shot at him, you're going to try to make your money's worth, and this time he just takes a couple extra steps. The hit comes a little late. Pretty easy call there for the officials.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Rodgers to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag down. It's 4th down, so this is a very big call.
Automatic first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They put Wilson in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here.
Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. Warren, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Rodgers keeping it himself, and he will take it in himself. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Steelers.
Really good play call. You don't see zone read concepts, Mike, very often down near the red zone or down near the goal line, because there's just a lot of bodies at the line of scrimmage. So there's just a lot of eyeballs if the quarterback does pull it that can rally to the tackle. But every once in a while, when you get the look you want and you have the right guy behind center, it is still a very, very effective play.
Makes the score Steelers 9, Jets 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Second and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's to the first tight end taken in April, Kenyon Sadiq. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Jets first down. The motion man here is Mitchell. On the bootleg, it's Smith. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
He's ripped down at the end. Looked like a face mask indeed. The flags are thrown.
Defense. Automatic first down.
Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. Now go down as an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd down, they need 5. Here's Gino. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown.
All right, this is great teach tape for all the young quarterbacks out there. When you are in the pocket, you need to keep 2 hands on the ball at all times. You see guys, they're moving, they're scrambling, their eyes are downfield, and they lose track of the rush. You have to assume the defenders are going to attack the ball any chance they can. Secure it, 2 hands. Even if you take a sack, nothing is more important than the ball.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the fake to Hall, here's Gino. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on
Well,
the
not
pickup.
exactly a highlight reel
Second
type
and
play,
6.
but in some cases,
At the
just checking the
27-yard
ball
line.
down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 6. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third down and 3. Operating from the gun is Klubnik. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for the Jets. And great coverage on special teams to mark it down inside the 5-yard line. So the Steelers back on the field. Rico Dowdle and company with their next possession. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I really like this defensive play call. Knowing the offense is backed up on their own territory, take the fight to them. You know their first order of business is they're just trying to get some breathing room. Don't give it to them. Go attack. It's exactly what they were able to do, and that hit is what ultimately led to that incompletion.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Rudolph. They somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete, and sets up 4th down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. To return is Williams. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. Gino now on 1st and 10. That one taken in by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hall from the pistol. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Gino. He's hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Still 2nd down.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd and 4. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rudolph. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On comes the punter now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 25, here's second down and 4. Another run here with Hall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Want to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. Third and very long. They put Wilson in motion. From the gun on third down, Smith. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on here to hunt this one away. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Here's Warren, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. They'll send a man in motion left. Throwing, Rudolph. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll begin here on the ground. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope, here in the preseason especially, that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Geno to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up.
Considering the down and distance, this is nothing more than just a safe play to see if he can break a tackle or two and just add yardage to the subsequent punt. They're all over it defensively, and they're going to bring him down well short of the line to gain.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Finding Metcalf quickly on the RPO. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here's a screen set up for Warren. He is not going to get away. That one blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense getting set to get back to work. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup. to the 24 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
A gain of 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt.
The Steelers take over.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. To throw is Rudolph. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. Put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's a handoff to Warren. Wow, look up, see defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Rudolph. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do.
At their own 20-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Klubnik. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Here comes a return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
The
Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. First and 10 now from the 36. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Back to throw is Rudolph. The pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down.
An 8-yard loss.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rudolph looking to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
But just take a look down on the sideline. You can see the coach is just losing their mind. It's 3rd down. You force the incomplete pass. You're bringing up 4th down, and your rushers just have to find a way to avoid that late contact. And that late mistake here is going to cost them a fresh set of downs.
Down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And
He's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's out wide to Warren. Oh, they get him down short, but the penalty marker comes in, and that may be a lifeline to the offense.
Automatic first down.
New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Rudolph's pass intended for
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. This one is caught by Skoranek. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down is looming. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. And that one not going to get there, and it's wide to the left as well. It's no good, and their lead will stay right where it is. The Jets offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A first down throw for Smith. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
New York.
First and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. That's another sack. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Not fun here. Third and a lot. A give. Here's Hall. And a nice job defensively. They don't let him get away. It's good for 7, but it makes it 4th down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll run the draw with Warren. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now, faking the give. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now the former midshipman, Eli Heidenreich. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Jets offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
A give, left side, here comes Hall. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down. Now an injury timeout, and that's Breece Hall, who is struggling a bit after that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Smith. Short one, caught by Sadiq. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with the former Badger, Braylon Allen. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down.
And the Jets.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's trying to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Yeah, it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture
of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
3rd and a long way to go. Smith. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
They had the punt block earlier, but this one's away. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They put Wilson in motion. Rudolph. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play, backed by the quarterback. Let's see.
Yeah, so they dial up the blitz, and they know that ball needs to come out in a hurry. But as a linebacker, you just have to understand, once that ball is out, you've got to pull off. There's no need to give them not only the yardage, but the extra set of downs.
A carry here for Warren. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Rudolph. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on, and he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. Nothing. Net at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run. Simple handoff. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. And he'll finally just get rid of this one. Didn't want to take a chance. Good decision. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Steelers' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Rudolph. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Howard. Big strides, look at him go! And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And that one not going to get there. And it's wide to the left as well. It's no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the fake to Hall, here's Gino. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, I mean, we see it every week. There is a conscious push to protect quarterbacks, Mike. I get it. They are the face. They are the stars of the league. And Sometimes it can go a little bit too far, but this felt like...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
I think this is going to go down as one of the more impressive individual performances that I can recall in quite some time, and they have tried everything to slow this guy down, and up until this point, nothing's worked.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Klubnik. And time runs out there. He just airmails it towards the bench. Incomplete. He senses a little frustration there. It brings up 3rd down.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This will be from 56 yards away. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this stays a 2-score game.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Second and long coming up. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
By
Kingsley Enagbare getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Aller. And he tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward.
For the Steelers. The Jets take over.
The Jets offense make their way out to take over once more. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down, Klubnik. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
And that's a really heads-up play by the defender, Mike. Once he diagnosed the screen, he immediately puts himself in position to make the play. This offense just winds up going backwards.
On third and long, here's Klubnik. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On is McNamara now to punt it away. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They put Wilson in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 22 now, here's second and 8. Metcalf, the motion man. Now Rudolph. The pressure gonna cave in on him. He will go down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. It is third and long. Rudolph looking to throw. And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers blanketed everywhere he looked. To bring up a fourth down.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll run on first down, and here's Allen. And the defense all over that one. They stop him. There is no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He'll complete that to his fullback. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Klubnik. They'll try to work the screen with Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Klubnik. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
The name of the game in the league is to score points. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can run it, you can throw it, you can do it in big chunks, you can do it in sustained drives. There's a lot of ways to operate as an offense, but right now, if they don't find a way to start scoring some points.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. On the give, this is Allen. And he'll take this across the 30 to about the 32.
I used to have a coach that in these situations say, we're going to call a play, Mike, that in essence just adds yards to the punt. So it's 3rd and a mile. Pick up as many as you can. If you pop one for the 1st down, great. But if not, you bring out the punt team, and however many yards you picked up on 3rd down, you add it on top of the punt.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. I hit that a little too well. Lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
And while they've been winning the game, it certainly hasn't been because of the ground game. The defense has smothered them at the point of attack, and it doesn't look to get any better anytime soon.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And this one not going to do the trick either. Stop behind the line now on consecutive runs. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. The last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up 3rd and very long. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The Jets offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll run here with Allen. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here.
And he's going to go down, but there is a penalty marker there. May have jumped the snap just a bit.
Automatic first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Allen. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, Zappi. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. All set to kick this one away. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Off the bootleg, it's Aller. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And trying some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
That's a gain of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. you got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Throwing on third down, Aller. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he'll get something there on the return. Maybe he'll take this back to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. They put Wilson in motion. On the ground, it's Allen. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So this will be 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, Zappe. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's third down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Zappe. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He's trying to get that to his running back, Raylan Allen. And it's going to bring up fourth down. We're about ready now for the punt.
Formation for the Jets.
The Steelers offense starting to try out for this next possession.
20-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. A play fake. Now it is Aller. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
By Demario Davis. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Allen. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
To return is Williams. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. On the handoff, it is Allen. They'll get him down behind the line, but the penalty flag comes in late. Looked like a lot of face mask on that one.
Automatic first down.
On the handoff, it's Allen. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack. Now, if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Zappy from the gun on third down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. Probably see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And the defense there to meet him again. This time they get him behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. From the gun here on third down, Allen. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Jets offense ready to get back at it.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down, Zappi. That one swung out wide to Allen. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They go play action with Zappi. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Gain on the play brings up third down.
To throw is Zappi. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First down, Jets.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. Now Zappi. Open man downfield. That's the tight end, Taylor.
Complete to
23 yards on that pass play. And the Jets have a first down.
First down, New York.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Now it's Zappi. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up third down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Tough one to pick up here. Third down and 9. Zappy. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
He's just taking a beating out there right now. They cannot block this defensive front no matter what they try. I mean, I can't even imagine how sore he's going to be waking up tomorrow morning.
So, a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Warren. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now it's Johnson. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Aller. This one down the field, but it wind up incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. That down quickly to Mitchell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with Allen. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third down, 3 to go. Zappe to throw. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Play action now. Zappe. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Zappe. And that's going to be incomplete. But now a marker comes flying in late. Behind the line of scrimmage. Might we get a roughing the passer call here? So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. On 1st and 10, Zappe. He'll get this one out to Allen. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Come to the line now for 1st down and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Now, faking the give. He'll get this complete to Allen. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle. They take him down behind the line on that one. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now, Zappe. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Isaiah Davis. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Back to throw. Zappe. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he will score. Game on. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Jets. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On now, Cade York for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Heidenreich. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this one complete to Pittman.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Drive rolls on here with 1st down and 10. Rodgers. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. On the give, it's Heidenreich. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third down, and they need 7. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
Field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now to bootleg with Zappi. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
The motion man here is Mitchell. Zappi now on 2nd down. That's going to be dropped underneath for Davis. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Baseman. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
Carry now for Allen. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Zappi. That will be taken by Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Approach with defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. The motion man here is Mitchell. On the handoff, it's Davis. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second down, they need 7. On the RPO, quickly in the hands of Cooper. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Omar Cooper. Touchdown, New York. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
York now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets have taken a 4-point advantage.
Steelers 16.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, Time to kick it back the other way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. In motion comes Pittman. Handoff now for Heidenreich. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 31, here's second down and 9. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front.
Ball start.
And third down just became a lot tougher. So now, after the penalty, a much tougher prospect to convert. It is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
Yeah, these screen plays, they're just so tricky because the really good quarterbacks, they understand how to draw that rush into the very last second and then drop it off. That's a big element of the timing of the play, but once that ball is out of the quarterback's hand, you just have to find a way to pull off.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. That's Washington, the man in motion. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Washington. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Rodgers gets this to Bernard. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Bernard. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down. And after the play, that's Aaron Rodgers who is having some sort of issue down there. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Big play coming up. This is third down. Again, it is, oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up fourth down. These are drive killers.
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll run with Allen. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Zappy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll run it with Davis. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
The
Steelers offense ready to get back at
their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Metcalf, the motion man. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
Now Rodgers. To the left side, he's got Bernard. Just a short pickup there on 1st and 5.
To Jeremy Bernard. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A run here with Johnson. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Rodgers. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The Jets take over first.
The Jets
and 10
offense headed back
at their
to
own
take over
20-yard
once more.
line.
First down, it's Davis. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Up the middle they go. They had that play dialed up defensively. Stopped them in the backfield. Loss of a yard. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's out quickly to Mitchell. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Zappi. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able